we're going to be checking out Our Life Begins and Always. It's an interesting little visual novel I found. It's free, so if you want to play it, definitely check it out. Again, free to play, it never hurts, especially because it's free to play. There are little episodes that you can purchase for about like $3.99. They just add more to the game. So let's do a new file. I haven't played it, so new file doesn't matter. Nothing. Okay, welcome to Our Lives and Always tutorial time. There you go. Okay. There are various you can customize and enter this tutorial how features and features work. Why does that keep happening? You can read the full tutorial from the beginning to learn everything in detail. The style of the game is divided into 3 time periods called Step 1, Childhood, Step 2, Adolescence, Step 3, Teenage. Our life is further divided into sets of vignettes that take place during specific periods of the time. Those are called moments. Moments can be played in any order or skip entirely. You move on to the next step whenever you want by selecting that summer is ending. Interesting. Step 1 through 3 includes 5 moments, and each even more can be locked by purchasing. Yeah, see, this is what I was referring to, that by the DLC. A lot happens over the years, and that goes by especially in regards to the character you play as. You determine nearly everything about the main character: name, appearance, personality, pronouns, interests, skills, the relationship with major characters, and so on. That's a lot of responsibility, my dude. You can decide to change the details as time goes on, with a few exceptions. Your last name, skin, and eye color cannot be altered once set. Interesting. Most of the MC's basic traits are determined on a character's creation screen. As the MC grows up, more options become available on the screen. Okay, I like that. Again, the amazing, which makes me wonder how many choices we get, how depth is the creation, because you can only make it so in depth, and there's only so many set patterns. So I'm wondering how many different endings, and then, we'll see. We'll get into it. You get to make it for your character is selecting a name. You can type in any name you like, or you can speak or pick a present name. Preset options are called voice name because the names will be voiced along by the formatted lead. You get to hear him say your name as you play through the story. Oh, interesting. So right now as a guy, only the default name Jamie is included in the base game. 100 more names can be added by getting a free voice in the name expansion DLC. The full collection of names is separate as a DLC because of how large it is. If you're not interested in the feature, you don't need to get it. Oh, that's kind of cool. At least the game's right telling you like, hey, it's not really that important, but if you want to. Each name in the DLC belongs to or was selected by someone who supported this game project. Oh, that's cool. I know my name ain't in it. On the character creation screen, there is a cute doll you can decorate to get an idea of what your MC looks like with different traits to put together. Not all the things you decide about the MC appears on the doll. The scripted refrains you set for the MC, the main way those decisions influence the game. Okay. Our life has a first-person perspective, so your character doesn't appear next to other character sprites. You can only see the MC as the decorative doll and special cut-in CG images. The cut-in CGs only appear if the certain choices are made. It's possible not to see any. Wow, that really sucks depending on your decision. No, I guess again, it's your decisions. There's also a second type of special MC, the interest/comfort screen. Once you get DLC, the game has one love interest called Kun. He grows up with the MC, and the interest is crucial for determining how that plays out. Interest says how many. Well, I do have the DLC, so I'm curious what the other ones are. There are 4 distress, bond, crush, and love. Love is only available starting in step 3, and if you are at fond or crush in step 2. Comfort determines how you generally react/think when it comes to him. There are 3 levels: nervous, relaxed, and direct. Yep. Your level of interest and comfort will set the type of the management Your character dynamic. Your character has with the love interest. What you did in the past will influence the present, and feelings can change over time. You get to pick your interest/comfort near the beginning of every step. Comfort can switch between the 3 levels as you please. Your interest levels can only stay the same or increase, but can't decrease. Your current level of interest will become the new lowest option on the screen in the future. For example, if you decide to be fond in step 1, this interest will not be available on the screen in step 2, which will make the fond. Oh. So if you go forward, you cannot go back, as I stated. So impact when it comes to physically interacting with Cove. While growing up, things are rather simple. If you get along with another, have a close relation, you can choose to touch him, and Cove will occasionally interact with the MC in lighthearted or comforting ways. But starting in step 3, touching can become more romantic or seductive if you're at crush or love. To make sure things go nicely with that, there be an extra choice to determine into this level. Bonus material that goes, okay. A lot for a visual novel. Basically, even if you decide you like it, the game won't force you to act on those feelings. You can always choose not to get together with them and choose not to accept or give romantic gestures, etc. So to date code though, you can't break up. Wow. Get the basics down, but it's the choice that appears throughout the normal game event actually happen between the MC and Cove. And it's only the MC who's impacted by your decision. Grows and changes over the years. How he's treated and what he experienced helps shapes who he becomes. Whew. And in step 2 and 3, Cove's personality, appearance, and interest would be interesting. It's something of a mystery exactly how your decisions end up changing. You can try to guess as you go along. Or if you prefer, you can also just design your own idea of Cove directly using the Cove vision option that pops up at the beginning of step 2 and 3. Making the choices you always are making a choice because you feel like you had to in order to get a certain result. Okay. Game gives you a lot of freedom. When a choice does appear, you usually see that hovering yellow, blue, green. The colors aren't related to specific points of effect, they're only there to give you a bit of insight in tone and emotions. Although choice and text alone can potentially be read in a more than one way. Blue tends to be casual, straightforward, yellow more emotive and reactive, and green is less certain and uncommitted. Interesting. Though there are hundreds of options in our life, not every choice menu falls in line with that pattern. Picking one color every time doesn't give a gameplay benefit. Only set to a certain type if that's what you happen to like, otherwise switch between them freely. Always pick yellow, never pick yellow. Pursue romance right from the start, never romance. None of them will lead to a bad ending. Oh, okay. I guess it's all about the journey. You're welcome to enjoy the events and shape the story without reservation. And then if you like, you can play again and try something new. There's only ever more good to content to discover. We hope you have a nice time with our life. Thank you for playing. Oh, that's a very nice message. Okay. Each. Oh, we'll point it. And we'll go over there. 10 is fine. Ooh, I like that eyes. I like how you go with pink, purple, blue. Oh wow, you did actually have a why? Oh wow, they even got Sabrina Sage Scholar. Guys, people, I guess this game must have been kickstarted at one point. Karen, Maria Elizabeth, Anna Maria, Aeon. Interesting. Maria, AJ, Akra, Delphina, December, Ezekiel, Diamond, Dorothy,
Yuki, Anima.
I would know. Anima. Anima. Anima what? Anima Giovanni? Oh no, interesting. You can't influence the last name, only the first. Okay.
Akira. Yuki.
I must stay with Yuki. I actually kind of like this two-tone. I keep hitting the save button. This white and black is pretty good. Okay, next page. Oh, and she just suit her face. I'm gonna say she has a birthmark there. I mean, can't see the full body. Damn it. Is there a way to see the full body? Don't think so. Hands. Oh, you can highlight them all. Sure. I don't think you wear them all at once, but I'm assuming. Necklace. Okay, that brings us back. I'll hit done. Achievement, your life. Summer in Sunset Bird was a special time of year. You're usually sleeping in the town to Bressa. It was a popular tourist destination with people coming from all over to enjoy the beach, the weather, and the relaxation that came with both. The smell of the ocean, crisp and salty, hangs in the air, bringing 3 whole months of schoolless vacation with it. During the summer, your mom didn't like you to wander too far outside your neighborhood, so you knew the area pretty well. That included the people. Families come and went from Sunset Bird, but they mostly stayed and did what your mom called putting down roots. Quotation marks. They built businesses, they got to know each other, and they definitely said hello to nice young kids who waved when passing their stores. Going for a walk around the town mostly met with their familiars. Friendly residents wave or ask how your family was, or most often just said hello. I guess I'll probably do the second one. These are the colors they were talking about. I thought, this one. You enjoyed learning all about where they were visiting from and hope to visit those places one day too. But today there was a man sitting on the curb outside your house. He was homeless. He was sitting with his head in his hand, his whole body slumped over, and you wonder if it was even a real person or a statue that had magically sprung up from the ground overnight. Whoever or whatever he was, you have never seen him before. One thing about knowing everyone in Sunset Bird was that people who you didn't recognize really did stand out. It was rare for a tourist to venture into the residential district, as your mom called it. That is actually a nice place. So for you not knowing who a total stranger was, set off a lot of red flags. Your mom had talked to with you and your big sister Eliza about this kind of situation before. Don't talk to strangers. It hasn't exactly been listening at this time. You think it'll be okay to talk to me? Some people aren't good to talk to, but other types can help you even if you don't know them. You remember that it's okay to run away if you feel uncomfortable. You don't have to worry about being polite then. I am not that type of person. I don't mind talking to new people, but I'm always like on guard. Like I'm this one. I'm very yellow, I guess, on this one because, like, yeah, some people aren't good to talk to, but other types can help you even if you don't know them. You weren't sure about this man yet. Still, you felt a bit scared knowing what he was blocking the way to you. You wanted to know about whether he was nice or not. You didn't want to be bothered. I mean, again, this one is more yellow for me. You slowed down, your eyes remaining fixed on the man. There was a split second where your eyes had met and you knew he was aware he wasn't alone on the street anymore. Hey! You raised your eyebrow at the shout. Did he want something? Is that why he was here? It's me, Carlos. The man stood up and started to make his way towards you. Not wanting to see him approach, you fold your arms and stare. Still unsure about, but willing to see. Nobody froze. Again, I would not be sure about him, but I'll give him a smile. I'll be like, what's up? How can I help you? The man gave a grin of his own back. Do you live around here? What's your name? You look the man up and down, taking in his tan skin and relaxed appearance. At least his clothes were relaxed. The way he was acting wasn't. He has a watch and a tattoo. Nice tattoo. It looks like a stingray. He has sharks on his shorts and a stingray tattoo. And you wonder if he was obsessed with the ocean or something. I mean, could be a surfer dude. While you made your assessment, he looked at you, waiting for an answer to his question. I live right here. My name's Yuki. You continue to say nothing. Yeah, I live here. That's great. You looked happy to hear it, giving a broad smile. I'm glad you live here. Like, me too. That's a 20. You pulled out a $20. It's crinkled in sand as he held it up to you. Am I about to be kidnapped? This game went really dark real fast. You were more confused than before. You looked back at him. Could you do me a favor? Nothing bad. Sorry, I should have let me start over. Yeah. He cleared his throat and stood up straighter. From where you were standing, it just made him look creepier. I have a son. His name is Cove. He's about your age. That seems like a strange name for a natural living being. You chewed on the inside. This guy was definitely obsessed with the water. You thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, cool kid. You never met anybody with that name? I mean, like, it's Cove. That's pretty cool. We moved across the street. See? Oh, okay. It says Cove's dad. His house had been empty for a year. His watch catching the late afternoon sunset reflecting off the wall. Was he about to bribe me to go play with his son? That Jack was finally gone. Okay. You must be Yuki Jang, right? I met your mom earlier and they told me you were 8, just like him. So you shift the $20 bill and bring it back to your attention. A hopeful smile tilting his lips at the corners. Can you try to be friends with the boy? Just give it a chance. You could keep this. He's a good kid. You'll like him.
Do you mind?
But you gotta keep it a secret too, okay? It wouldn't be friendly to say his dad sent you. Did the other kids really get their parents to pay for their relationship? I guess because dad's kind of nervous that his kid will, not have any friends or anybody. What could be bad about this Cove kid that his dad would need to bribe strangers to be friends with him? What'd you say? Want to make a deal? You don't want the money? I don't need the money. I don't need to be bribed. No, thank you. Sorry. Oh. Oh. I don't know what happened. I think I went backwards. Interesting. You ended up going backwards, I think? I pressed 1 too many buttons. What happened when I took the bill? You carefully plucked the bill from his outreach hand and grinning at the thought of what you could do with that much cash. Alright, I guess this time I took it. All the sweets you could ever want. You could buy a ticket for the newest movie at the cinema. There was stuff on me sense there. It cost a few dollars to set like this. You could pay for yourself instead of having your mom to do it. And you weren't even sure yet. This, okay, I definitely was not this kid. I was either these two kids. I think I probably would have went to the movies. You were planning to ask your mom to take you. And that was just a thought. You thought the sky was the limit with that kind of money. Yeah, back when you're a kid, you're dumb as hell and don't understand how like 20 bucks just go like that. Mess out his eye crinkling at the side as he did. Great, that's great. I'll bring him tomorrow. I wanted him to meet and greet with the neighbors today, but I don't know where he's gone off to. I lost my kid. He laughed when he said that, but with his face look, you thought he actually wanted to cry. Pat. If you see him, can you tell him to come home? I want to be on the news. He got a pink cast and glasses. You can't miss it. Sure thing. This definitely wasn't the normal way kids make friends. You knew that, but you were still going to help. The man smiled and reached out to pat you on the head, paused before doing so, then pulled his hand away instead. Your mom's already checking around for me. Such a thoughtful group you are. Now I better go look too. Can't put everyone else to work while I keep sitting here. I thought he might come back, and that's not what's important. I have to go. Thank you again, Yuki, so much. He jogged off down the street without another word. You said, check the hills behind your house. The hills have eyes, they say. Step 1, first sight. The chirping of crickets in the tall grass greeted you. I just don't mind. I guess we live right by the beach. From the top of the hills, you can see the ocean. As you walk, you listen to the crash of the waves at shore. And man, that place must be expensive for beach property. This is Anakin. You always love the ocean. It's almost fun. Join you, the two of you splashing each other in the waves. They were the best times. You took in a deep breath. You wanted to try relax and couldn't. You weren't sure what, but something told you that you weren't alone. So you glanced around. There was a boy sitting at the top of one hill, almost completely hidden with the long grass and white flowers around. Oh, so he's Cove. I never got that. Who was the protagonist? Okay, so he's the love to it. For a reason, probably just that he wasn't paying attention. He hadn't noticed you yet. That's interesting. You watched him a minute longer, feeling a little bit like you found a deer in the wild, though deers didn't have. I think I wouldn't notice his sad face, to be honest. Because I wouldn't be like, damn, that kid is fucking sad. He needs like a hug. But this new boy did. You wonder what could have upset him. After a few seconds, you took a step forward and then another. And then he glanced your way. His aquamarine eyes reflected the light of the moon. You stopped, raising a hand to acknowledge him and show you weren't scary. I probably would have said hi. With a start, he jumped to his feet his hand balled into a fist at his side. He didn't say anything. He just stared at you in a strange way. This kid needs a hug. He's been crying. There's traces of tears on his cheeks and knees, soaking the hems of his shorts. And his eyes were still shining with a few more. You obviously caught him off guard. His pink hands seemed to glow in the twilight, though when he caught you staring at it, he hid his arm behind his back. Something the man earlier had said stuck out to you. Cove? Ah. His eyes widened. He studied you. How did you know that? You touched the money in your pocket, feeling crinkled beneath your fingertips. I would have been honest. I'm all knowing. I met your dad.
Oh.
Is this your heel? And with uninjured arm to patch out the grass around you, his face falling at the prospect. I can leave it if it is. You can't own a hill, silly. Why not? How could you? You just do. I had a hill back home. Oh, this isn't mine. Oh. He sat back down with a thump, resting his chin on his knees again. Curious about the strange new boy with the odd dad, you sat on the patch of grass next to him. The pure white flower that covers this hill rocked back and forth gently as the stars twinkle above. The way they dotted the sky made them seem like flowers too. The night wind was cool as they traveled over the ocean and up the hill, chasing away the heat from the afternoon sun. I guess I would have asked you why you're here. A giant quiet hiccup escaped Cove as soon as you asked the question. Oh my god, someone needs a hug now. Almost like they never stopped, his tears started up again with vengeance. My parents. They don't want to live together with me anymore. Oh, is his dad having a divorce? The tears fall fast and heavy over his flesh cheeks, and my mom made my dad leave and he took me with him. Now we have a house here and I want to go home. The outburst took you off guard. By the time he was done wailing, Cove's chest was heaving with exhaustion. Does he have asthma? I hope not. He snuffled and removed his glasses, wiping at his eyes with the back of his hand, but he put them back on. Okay, he's just out of breath for a second. I hate this place. I want my real life back. I want my mom. I'm sorry. You'll like it here. You have to get used to it. Stop crying. I went on with the, I'm sorry. And pressed his fingers against his eyelids, swooned himself up again for another long crying fit. You felt bad for him being forced to come here with no choice. You couldn't imagine what it would feel like to live with only one of your moms. Well, only one of your moms, but hold on for 1 second. In that one statement, it just said with one of your moms. That means my parents are lesbians. That was a very interesting choice. I did not know that. That was very interesting. Yuki. Mommy. Cove dad. Kids, where did you go? Cove's look at you, tears clinging to his cheek. Don't tell him we're here.
I want to go home.
I want to go back to the house. I want to go home. It will be okay. Don't worry so much. We were struck by a sudden need to reassure Cove. It's not all gonna be fun, but isn't he your family too? Yeah, I guess. And you can count on him when you really need him. When you really, really need him. Wow, that was actually really written like a kid. You shut him and grin and push yourself to your feet. Slowly, cause Silva is still looking a little relentant. Ugh. His dad's voice rang out again. Cove, can you hear me? He looked towards the sound of his dad's voice silent, then turned away while rubbing his not bandaging. I still don't want to go. Yes. Well. Are you sure? You have to stay outside the whole night and sleep on wet grass. Before I could say anything, you hear his dad's voice again, even closer than before. There you are, bud. The trio of parents over the curve of the hill. Instantly, all their eyes landed on you and they rushed over. Both your moms were at your side and see, I was right. Faces filled with worry. Yuki, you're here after all. Mommy, we had been at the park check for Cove and then heard what happened earlier when you met with the new neighbor. I thought you might have gone off further away. I probably wouldn't have been this answer. Okay, so this one is mommy, this is mom. Okay, interesting. Were you two having fun? He looked over at Cove, who was waggling against his dad's hug and pushing at his arm. He's nice. I like him. I mean, I like him. He's a kind of kid I like. I'd give him like several pats on the head. You know, I slightly smiled lightly. He finally let go of his squirmish brown son. Cove's dad turned to the three of you.
That's a relief.
Thanks very much for finding him. I really don't know this neighborhood. Good thing Yuki knows this whole area so well. Absolutely. We should be getting home now. It's been a long day for us all. Say goodbye, Cove.
Bye.
Bye. The two of them walked off into the darkness, heading towards the neighborhood. You watched Cove's bright pink cast until it disappeared. Tell you what, we have a proper play date tomorrow, okay? Your new friend's dad wanted to bring him by to see you and Leslie. How does that sound? Well, I probably would have been like, can I show him my Power Rangers?
Of course.
She actually looks really nice. Mommy. Mom too, actually. Actually, very nice, well designed. I like the little piercing here. Her outfit is casual. It's very good. I should have been reading for a second. I was too busy goggling over the details of the character models. More than a little ready to go to bed after your long, exhausting day. Choose your feeling for code. This is how you can change the letters up. I guess relax. Fond. He's fine. Well, don't have a crush. But not indifferent. I mean, he's a nice kid. Seems healthy, but likes him more. So this is why I'm going to save it here. I'm going to save it again. Okay. And I'm going to let you guys check out the game for yourself. I may continue this as a Let's Play because I actually enjoy it. You know, I actually enjoy reading this more than I thought because there are a lot of things that I didn't think I was prepared for. Because there's so many times when you just hear like, oh, parents, you instantly think, you know, male and female. It's actually a nice twist just to be like, oh, nope, there's two moms here, and like, and there was nothing wrong with that too. I actually like that. It was kind of cool. I wonder if they make it, if they explain that in the story, or if it's just like a natural thing. Just curious. Until next time, don't forget to hit that like, comment, and please subscribe.